I'm grateful we got it out the way. But while I was out there, it felt really special. Just in terms of the opportunities we had on both ends of the floor to really learn from one another and just gain some more confidence. So tonight was just one of those games where it could have gone either way. Obviously wish we could have got the win, but just learn from this and move forward. But it was an exciting time to be out there with him.
What did you learn from Mike?
I mean, we just up close is different. Just his size and his ability to kind of read the defense and just be out there as a decision maker on the backside. That was probably the most exciting part, just learning that on the fly and just actually getting our first game and getting some rhythm minutes in.
You said the one regret he had was instead of Lawrence that step back three late, he wished he could kick the ball back to you. Take us through kind of your read on that play and kind of how things unfolded.
Yeah, I mean, 9 seconds left. We had to get a shot up anyway. So either way, it was going to be a great shot for him shooting it or me shooting it. Just reading off him. No pressure in terms of giving me the ball in those situations. If he feels confident enough to take the shot, I feel like when he shoots or anyone shoots on our team, it's a great look as long as you're confident in it. So I think it could have gone either way. If he would have passed it to me, probably maybe a different result, maybe not. But the what-ifs don't matter. I think even getting in that position tonight, we had some chances to make our run and get some stops. So it shouldn't have gone to that, but it did, and I feel like just learning.
It seemed you got more aggressive as the game went on. Is that just kind of the way the game flowed, or were you feeling things out early?
Yeah, just flowing. Make or miss league. So obviously, I want to. I think all of us as pros, professionals, we want to make every shot. And not turn the ball over and do everything the coach is asking for us and, put some great effort on film. But just basketball can be up and down. It's a rhythmic sport. So for me, I just tried to implement moments throughout the game where I felt like I needed to be aggressive. A few of them went in, a few of them didn't, but living with results.
You said last night that the Kings were going to make adjustments, and
Mm-hmm.
like they did. What adjustments did you see on offense and the defense?
They got going out really quick in that first quarter and second quarter. They really pushed the ball at us, made us make decisions on that backside, defending multiple actions from them. And, they're just playing with a different aggression tonight. You can tell. And that's what you want as a competitor. The crowd was getting into it a little bit more. Maybe the crowd's different than Fridays and Saturdays, but it sounded a little louder in there tonight. So the Kings, they're a young team. It's my first time getting a chance to see them back-to-back and being in the Western Conference. So it's interesting. I'm learning more about De'Aaron's game as a point guard, and I'm just taking notes, because we may see them down the line. So just constantly downloading where our strategy and execution can become better and then moving forward. So the results are not necessarily always the important aspect. It's important in our locker room, important to me, but just learning and growing is really what we're about now. Yeah, I mean, he had 14 in the fourth and 14 in overtime and 16 in the fourth. That was pretty much the game. The first half, I felt like Terrence Davis really gave him that extra oomph or extra push. And the game was a little out of balance. Then we went on a 17-2 run to end the half, which felt really, really good. And then come out at halftime, they got into it. We got into it, and that's what a high-level basketball game should look like, back and forth, lead changes, and just learning about these guys' games in the Western Conference and taking one day at a time.
At this stage of your career, 3 NBA Finals, maybe you don't feel any nervousness in a regular season game, but I wonder what you were feeling at the start of the game.
At the start of the game?
Going out there and playing for the first time with Luka.
Oh, let's just get this party started. Let's just get this thing going. Let's hoop. Really simple. Not too much communication between us before the game. Just be yourself. It's well understood what he needs to do for our team to win, what I need to do. And then if it doesn't look good, then we could always come to each other and just say, hey, I think you could have done this, or I think you could have done that, and just continue to communicate. That's the biggest thing. We're always going to rely on our IQ and skill set. That's one thing, but when you can have somebody uplift you in times where you think you've made a mistake or you haven't made a shot in a while or you need the ball, just simple communication goes a long way.
Kyrie,
I mean, it's always a figuring out process when you're playing with new guys, new locker room. Obviously, every situation is different. Every circumstance is different. I appreciate you bringing up some of those other teams that I play on and kind of the great players that I play with. But I think the biggest asset I have is just being able to be fluid out there and adapt to any situation that they throw me on, role-wise. You know, point guard, playing on the ball. I play with guys that have really been ball dominant. So it's nothing new. But I think it's just a figuring out process that just takes time.
When does the figuring out process usually get figured out?
I mean, that's what makes this fun, right? We get to talk about what's the figuring out process after every game. I think once the end of the season starts to come, then we just see where we are and we acknowledge our group and our lineups and our roles and we move forward. But I'm just an addition here to what they had going on. This team was already in a great position. I'm just adding on value and seeing where I can galvanize the group and lead as best I can and just be myself ultimately.
Kyrie, you touched obviously already about getting a chance to play the Kings for the first time back-to-back this season. How would you assess the dynamic that Sabonis and Fox bring together as a tandem in this conference and to the team that you're going to get as a
Yeah, I would tell them to stop giving out their secrets. They were giving. I was watching the Slam shoot, and they were talking about how they like to set their pick and rolls going to the left. And again, we're in a competitive league. I'm taking notes all the time, so I'm like, oh, really? Okay. And so I got to see it up close. And Sabonis and De'Aaron, they ran pick and roll a few times, and De'Aaron was just being extra aggressive, going to his left and hitting every floater tonight and every pull up. So. They're a dangerous team when those guys are playing well. So if we could make them play in the half court and not so much in transition and putting pressure on the rim, we're in a better position.
You've done this a time or two, but what do you expect or hope to expect on Monday at your first home game to the fans?
Loud cheers, a lot of love. I'm just grateful my family could be a part of it and be welcomed by the Dallas area and be welcomed by the organization, my teammates. That's what I'm most looking forward to. No, it's not. It'll be a special night. Just for myself personally and the journey that I've taken from the summertime of just working on my game and over and over again, day by day, not knowing that I would be working towards a season with the Brooklyn Nets and then mid-season be working towards successful season with the Dallas Mavericks. So. The loud cheers really mean a lot to me and the support. So I'm excited to bring my game to Dallas and excite those fans. I don't think they've ever seen anything like me before, so I'm excited.
You had a lot of success out of pick and rolls late in the game. What did you see in their pick and roll coverage that allowed you to be successful?
Just attacking early and getting the ball early. They were doing a great job forcing me to my left and bringing a lot of help over. So there were some adjustments that we made. But ultimately, it came down to just making shots and being in the right position on the defensive glass. There was that Herter layup that put them up 4. I took the inside position to box him out, and then the ball bounced to him, and then I should have fouled him. But there's those little plays, little details that I feel like we could have created some more separation in the game.
It seemed as the game kind of settled in at times, Luka played out of the post a lot. What do you like about playing off of Luka when he's attacking in those situations?
Whenever he doesn't want to shoot, just being available. He's a monster down there in the post, so he draws so much attention. And a few of those passes that he passed out of the post, I just got to be ready to shoot. I came to the bench and just telling those guys that I've been so isocentric being in Brooklyn. And, I'm not used to being that decision maker on the backside, sort of say all the time, with 4 straight possessions, 5 straight possessions. So I just got to be ready to catch and shoot. And I'm excited to go back to Dallas and just get in the gym and get on the gun and just get ready for Monday's game where I know that the adjustments are going to come and I just got to be ready to knock them down.
Thank you for watching ESPN on YouTube. For live streaming sports and premium content, subscribe to ESPN+.